All right, so for these problems, hopefully you identify these problems as conjugates. Basic conjugate is two factors. Both of them have the same first terms, since they're both x's. They both have the same numbers, since they're both threes. And the difference between them is one's addition, one's subtraction. And the reason for that is because if I multiply the inside and the outside terms and I add those answers together, I get a 0. And all of these problems, 1 through 5, the middle term, the x term, it's missing. And the reason why it's missing is because it's always 0. So for conjugates, we're basically looking for a few things as a way of identifying. First of all, there are always two terms. Always have two terms. There are always subtraction. The exponent on the variable, and again, this is not, you can always have more than one exponent, but the exponent has to be even. Because the idea here is that we're creating two factors that are identical, and the only difference between them is one's addition, one's subtraction. Well, if I have 5 x's, I can't put, we don't put 2.5 in each parenthesis. The exponent has to be a whole number. So you can't split 5, for example, into two equal numbers without using a decimal number. And then the numbers are usually perfect squares. Perfect squares would be like 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, and so on. So 1 times 1 is 1, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 4 is 16. So we can split that number into two equal factors. So, number 1, the x squared, I give each parenthesis an x. The 64, I give each parenthesis an 8. One's addition, one's subtraction, because if I multiply the inside, that's 8x. Multiply the outside, that's negative 8x. When I add that together, that's 0x. So that middle term has to be a 0. Problem 2. You have 2 x's, one for each parenthesis. You got an 81, so each get a 9. One's addition, one's subtraction. Problem 3. 121, each get 11, a factor of 11. 11 times 11 is 121. Each get an x. So 121x squared gets split as 11x, 11x. The 4 gets split as 2 and 2. One's addition, one's subtraction. Problem 4. The 9 gets split as 3 and 3. X squared gets split as x and x. So 3x and 3x makes the 9x squared. The 1 gets split as 1 and 1. One's addition, one's subtraction. And then problem 5. The 25 gets split as 5 and 5. X squared gets split as x and x. The 36 gets split as 6 and 6. One's addition, one's subtraction. So if you multiply the insides, as I've shown, like the 8x, the 9x, the 2 times 11x, 1 times 3x, and 6 plus 5x, that's going to be a positive answer. You multiply the outside, which would be x negative 8, x negative 9, 11x, and negative 2. That's going to be the negative answer. The answers are the same. What I think is different is that one's positive, one's negative, but when you add them together, that's your 0. That gets rid of that middle term. So again, these are called conjugates.